there guys, Portal Master 9351 here, and in this video, I was wanting to kind of talk about my general thoughts and opinions on the Crash Bandicoot Crossover since I did this last year with the Amiibo Landers. Now, I do apologize, Sky Amiibos, or Halflings, whatever you want to call them, actually. Now, I do apologize that it's taken me so long. I was on vacation across basically the north. We basically kind of went, like, from here, and then we went around there. We went a lot of places. And so, I do apologize for making this so long after the initial reveal. But yeah, here goes. So, Crash Bandicoot Crossover. Well, I'm gonna go back to what I said last year about the Sky Amiibos, Amiibo Landers, Halflings. I just call them Sky Amiibos now. The biggest problem I had with them was that they were not cross-platform, and they've solved that. I like Crash Bandicoot. It's pretty simple, actually. The main issue that I had with the Amiibo, Sky Amiibos, I'll get that right. Sky Amiibos is what I'm calling them. The main reason that I didn't like them was because they were only available on Nintendo consoles, and I have a Nintendo console. And even I recognize that that was a stupid move. Why would you make them exclusive to Nintendo consoles? Well, don't answer that, because I know why. It's because Nintendo is a bunch of pompous, stuck-up, self-righteous idiots that think that they are better than every other gaming company out there with an incredible superiority complex that thinks that they are the only person worthy of displaying anything that they have ever made at any point in time. That's harsh, but it's true. And you know it's true. And I like Nintendo. Don't get me wrong. I love Mario. I love all that type of stuff. I love Mario. I don't actually have Super Smash Bros., but I've played it. And it's a pretty cool game. Mario Kart's a pretty cool game. Lots of Nintendo. Pokemon. It's a good Nintendo game. I play Pokemon. The point is that Nintendo is all that I just said. Now, that's where the problem came in. The problem is that Activision went to work with those people. Why did they go to work with those people? Because they eased the tension between the Skylanders and Amiibo communities. Now, I think that overall, within the Skylander community, the figures sold well. I think that lots of Skylanders fans bought those figures. I don't think that it helped Nintendo at all. And if anything, it probably just made the executives cringe on the insides. But on the outside, they're like, yeah, that's a great idea. I mean, I don't think it benefited Nintendo at all. And I really don't think it benefited Activision at all either. I mean, it benefited them in the sense that they were able to sell 2 new characters and 2 new vehicles. That was the way it benefited Activision. But had they been 2 new Light and Dark characters and vehicles, would have benefited them in the same respect. It didn't help them at all to make these characters. It could have just been new original characters. So, I don't think that they liked the way I can't talk. I don't think they liked the way that deal worked out. And I think that we will never see them again. I don't think that we will ever see them again because they have now skipped a year, and it kind of tells me that it's probably not going to happen. And it wasn't that much of a new, I mean, it was cool. Don't get me wrong. Bowser, Donkey Kong was cool. And I know I'm veering way off topic, but it's more about how the Crash Bandicoot is better than this past deal, I guess is what I'm trying to get at. I mean, it just didn't help him at all. With Crash Bandicoot, however, the biggest thing about putting him in there is that they are able to make kids of today know who Crash Bandicoot is. That's why it's beneficial. Because what it's going to do, kids are going to be like, Crash Bandicoot, he's a pretty cool Skylander. Oh, he's got his own single spin-off games too, which, we know it's the reverse, but this is what kids are going to think. Hey, let me go get these games. Crash Bandicoot's a cool Skylander. He must have pretty cool games on his own. That's what's going to happen. That's the goal of this. And they've said this. I already had kind of thought this to myself, but then they said it in an interview. Like, I think Lou may have even said this in a video, and basically confirmed what my thought process was, that the whole point of this is to get kids to know who Crash Bandicoot is, plus Activision still probably owns Crash Bandicoot. There's a bit of a disagreement as to who actually owns Crash Bandicoot. Some people think it's Activision, some people think it's Sony. Anyways, the point is that they are utilizing their ownership of the Crash Bandicoot franchise to be able to not only sell more figures, but also sell more games. It's a win-win situation. But once again, that's not why this whole thing is good. It's good because it can be played on all consoles. And I totally understand why the Crash Bandicoot Starter Pack is exclusive to the PS3 and the PS4. And by the way, some people have been commenting, and I even saw it on Dark Spyro before you guys started commenting, that it's on the website listed as if you could get the Wii U, for the Wii U Starter Pack, like a Crash Bandicoot for the Wii U. That's not actually real because it's not been listed under any retailers. It's a bug. The Skylanders website is the buggiest website I have ever seen for some sort of a AAA gaming franchise. So it's not actually for the Wii U. They wouldn't do that. It's only going to be for the PS3 and the PS4, and I'm fine with that as long as he gets a single release later on. And so, I think that he's a cool character as well. And I like how they have paid so much attention to the character and creating the life system, or the lives system, I guess is what it would be. I really like that. He's got less health than every other Skylander, but he's got multiple lives. And I also love the implementation of the Aku Aku bit where he'll talk for him, and I think he gets summoned when Crash's health is low, and that's a pretty cool thing too. If only they could do something like that with Sparks and Spyro. That would have been a pretty cool little interaction as well. I know he did get a magic item, but it would have been cool. Anyways, though, I also love how, he's a brawler, and he does, and in his game, he would do spin attack. He could spin, and he would jump on stuff, and all that types of stuff, and he's basically who he was in the PS1 or PS2 games. He is, I know it's technically a PlayStation, someone corrected me on that, it was just called the PlayStation at the time. The point is, it pays, I guess homage is the correct word, to his original iterations in a way that they never did with Spyro. Crash Bandicoot is more accurate to who he was before than Spyro is. And, Bowser and Donkey Kong as well, because they were totally redesigned characters. Of course, that's a totally different thing. As far as Spyro and Crash being compared, Crash has been handled better. He has been handled better. Because they are trying to refamiliarize kids with him. So, rather than trying to sell the franchise based off Crash, they're trying to sell Crash off of this franchise, if that makes any sense. And that's how Spyro should have been handled from the get-go. He never should have been the starring character. He should have been a guest star from the get-go. Once again, still, it's not really that much about Crash, it's more about how everything else has been done so badly, and Crash is actually being handled the way I would have handled all these other guest appearances. The other thing I love, and I keep saying I love things, and I do think that this is a pretty cool feature. You are able to unlock, when you put him on the portal, I don't know if you've seen this or not, I'm pretty sure I made a video on it, about 99% sure I made a video on it, but I can't remember off the top of my head. When you put him on the portal, he unlocks a level themed after Crash Bandicoot, the original Crash Bandicoot game, and in the background, you can see the castle of the series' main villain, Neo Cortex. And that is a really cool thing, that he's going to have his own themed level. That is wonderful. I love that. There it is again. So overall, Crash Bandicoot has been handled so well, and, for once, I don't have a complaint, really, about the way Crash has been handled. You know what? I have one complaint. I can't not complain about something. There is one thing I have to complain about. His head. His head is too big. There. I said it. Only criticism with this overall, his head is not proportional. It looks weird. Everything else, flawless. And I hope that if we get more guest stars in the future, I so hope that we will get them handled the same way as Crash Bandicoot. And maybe that this will even mean that Spyro will get his own digital remastered versions of some of his own original games. I think that many of the original series lovers would not only appreciate that, but also, you know, Skylanders fans, as a Skylanders fan, I would buy that. Because I have kind of become so familiar with the character within the past 5-6 years that I feel like I could justify buying the digital remasters. I've never played them, and I sincerely hope they do that with Spyro as well. So yeah, just wanted to give you guys my thoughts and opinions on the Crash Bandicoot crossover, and that is pretty much all for now. Now, before I leave, I do want to remind you one last time to enter into my Power Blue Splat and Splatter Splasher giveaway. It is almost up, guys, so you need to get your last, you need to enter if you have not already. Do that right now. Also, if you haven't already, check out my social media down in the description. And also, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye!